Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to rebuild a set of these vent windows. This is off a square body, 87, and there are some differences with these. They make these kits here in one piece or two piece. So the difference between the one piece and the two piece is this right here. If you see where that goes around this piece right here, this is a two-piece kit. Here's part number. This is precision. There's part number. Do you see that? Anyway, this is probably going to be two parts. First part, I took this one apart already. This one here. First part, we're going to take these apart. I'm going to paint them. And then I'll come back and, well, actually be all one video, but it'll be two sections. I'm going to take them apart first. I'm going to go out and paint them, let them sit overnight, dry up, and then the next day come back, finish up the video with putting them back together. Because I hear it's really a pain, but we'll see. So, first thing that I'm going to do, you got a little tab right here. You bend these out. So, bend this tab out so we can loosen this bolt. It's like a lock nut type thing. So loosen that, or bend that down. And this lock nut. So you need to bend these tabs out on this lock nut. And then this is a 1/2 inch nut. This is a 1/2 inch nut. We're going to just pull this off. And the other thing that I got here is a zip tie. So what we're going to do, so that we can keep up with the order that this all goes back together, we're going to put everything on this zip tie as we take it off, so we know exactly where it goes when we put it back together, what order it goes in when we put it back together. Take this loose. And I soaked this with penetrating oil for, I don't know, I hit it a couple times yesterday so it would soak in. Sometimes it can be a little hard to get off. So, hit them with some penetrating oil. They're easier to get off. So, put a bolt on, or a nut on, our lock washer, our spring, and then there's two washers, and the order matters because one of them let me show you this. So the order of these washers matter. This one is slotted, so it won't allow it to turn. This one is not, so this will turn. So this whole assembly will turn on there, pivoting on this washer right here. So we'll pull those off, put them on our zip tie. So, pull these off, put them on our zip tie here. The flat looking washer first, the squared edge washer. Okay, and now we're as far as we can go for now. So we're going to take this loose. Okay. So all right, so looking on the internet, there's two different ways to do this. You can drill this rivet out right here, or you can drill these two rivets out right here. I am going to drill these two rivets out right here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drill these two out. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm just going to use a punch, and I'm just going to try and center that rivet real quick. So what you're going to do is get your punch right on the center of that rivet, and then strike it with a hammer. Right? So right about there. Strike it with a hammer so that we get a starting point. grab a drill bit, and you're just gonna try and take the head of this rivet off. You're just gonna drill that head of that rivet out, little by little. You don't want to go too far. You just want to drill that out. So we're gonna continue drilling. Get a good start here. Okay, you see what happened there? See where the end of that rivet went right on the drill bit? So it just, when you get it center, it'll just actually pick up that rivet, top of that rivet. That's all you want to do, and I'm going to do it to the other one here. Take this off here. Okay. Continue to drill. What's up, Lucy girl? Huh? How's my little dog doing, huh? You wondering what's going on here, you little booba? There we go, we picked up the other one. See, we got the other one out. Picked up the other one just like that. Yep. Okay. So we got those rivets drilled out like that, and this thing should just pick right up. Maybe with a little persuasion, should just flip right up. Just like that. Okay, so that thing's loose like that. So then all we're gonna do is there's two more washers right down here. You just kind of pull this out little by little and work those washers out down there, right down there. So you're just gonna pull this, slowly work it so those washers rock off. Okay. This one, that washer goes on next. And then this one. This right here goes on just like this. Just like that. So when you put this all back together, this washer right here goes on first. Just like that. And then this one goes on. And then once you have those two on, you put it back in here. And then you put all the rest of this on in this order. But you need to remember, these two, this kind of D looking one goes on first. Goes all the way up. I'm going to pull those off. Put them back on my zip tie here. Close the zip tie. It's hard to do with one hand, but all right. Got the glass out. And we have this one. We need to get all the weather stripping off this, which is kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. It's not very easy. You're going to fight with it. And if it's this hard to get off, it's going to be even worse to get on. What are you doing, Gooser? What are you doing, Goosey Goo? So these a new set of these windows is like $500 or something, which is crazy. So it's, I mean, with a little bit of effort and a little bit of time, you know, you'll probably spend a day or so doing this. Anyway, a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, you know, you're only in it, you know, whatever the cost of these were. I don't remember how much these were, maybe $10 or something. And then the weather stripping, I think, was maybe $100 or $80 or something like that. I don't know. I'll put some info in it in the video when it's all done. We'll go from there. All right, there's that one. Out. Alright, and then these, they have these little clips back here. If you look, there's clips holding this on. So, alright, again, these tabs right there, you can bend those up, but you should be able to just kind of grab onto this thing and get it out. Yeah, it should pull up. We'll just get the screwdriver in there. It's pulling right up. Just like that. Pull that up like that. Go all the way up to the top. There. That piece is out. And then work on the rest of this. This is down in these channels pretty tight, so just get it up out of the channels. Pull it out. Working this down so it'll come out. It gets a little tricky right here, so I'm just kind of pushing this out so that it'll come out of there. Continue to work this. There we go. There we go. All right, it's all out. So we're going to take these out to the shop, kind of clean them up a little bit, repaint all these so they're good and nice and good looking again for this truck. Again, this is for our 87 that we picked up here a few weeks ago that we are restoring quick and selling. So it's going to be a good looking truck. So we wanted to make sure that the weather stripping was good on it. So we can't replace all this. So, all right, well, we got these all painted up, ready to put on. They're all painted, ready to go. First thing that we're gonna do here is this channel right here. We're gonna take some lubricant, just using some Dawn dish soap. Spray Dawn right there in that channel, just to lubricate that up a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier to run the weather strip into it. Okay, you got that, and we're just going to start working this in. Start by kind of getting this up here in this corner first. Kind of a pain, but you're gonna work that in that corner. Work that up there in that corner. You gotta pull this back here. See that cut right there? This weather strip has to go on top of that. So you need to work with that. Try and get that out on the other side of that. There we go. Just
once you got the top kind of up in there, pull that out. Grab me some screwdrivers, kind of help fish things out of there, move things around that need to be moved around. So there, got that out. Got it flipped up on the other side of that. Push that in. Push it up there in the corner. Up there in the corner. Take this. Okay, once you get that corner in, I start down at the bottom other end. Start working that other corner in. Put that up. Go. Just getting that up and over that edge like that. And working that in. And all you really got to do is just work this thing in this channel. It's really not that bad of a job. It's just tedious. So you just work it little by little. Get you some pry tools and couple little hammers. You can use the hammers to kind of force things down in there. Pushing that thing in there. Get one side in, just wiggle the other side in. There we go. You just work it up. Getting one edge of that in, and I'm just taking this screwdriver, pushing that in. That channel. It's just not hard work, it's just tedious work. Get that all pushed up in there. Alright, so all you're doing is you're getting that lip shoved into that edge is all you're doing. Just getting that lip shoved into that edge all the way along there. Just takes a little bit of work. I think we got it.
But this is our next piece. The next piece going on. And these little ridges here, they stick in the holes back here. So
trim that a little bit. Same thing I had to do with the other one. I had to trim this down a little bit because it was a little bit too long. We're just going to trim just a little bit off there, so that'll fit up there easier. Just trimming just a little bit off there. Okay, see that? About that much. Okay, do this over. Get this down in here at the bottom. like so. In. Bend these tabs over so it doesn't come out again. Alright, I'll show you here. So you see I just bent those tabs over right there. Those tabs I just bent over. Just like that. Okay. So you only put the bottom couple in, leave the rest of them open so that you can get this other piece up in there and lined up with this hole right here. So this is all in all the way across here. It's all in. So then we do this one. It goes right up in this little channel. So it fits right up in there. Like that. Should fit right up in that groove right there. There we go. Okay. Those snapped in. That's all snapped in. Okay. All right. Let's get the window in. So on the window. Yeah, remember we put this all together like this, like that. Remember that? Put that all together like that so we know what order it goes in. We'll cut our zip tie. Take it out. Okay. So it goes backwards, but go in here like this. All right, we're through. See what we're through down there. First one on is this one. It goes on like this. The flat part forward. So this flat piece right here, this flat piece goes forward towards the front of the truck. The flat part forward. So this flat piece right here, this flat piece goes forward towards the front of the truck. So get that on. Push that in a little. Okay. That one's in. We put our next one on. Pull that back just a hair. Next one in. Alright, that one's in. Okay. Now, pull that down. Just kind of work that in little by little. Okay. Down and in, down and in. Okay. Check our pivot, should stop it. Yep, our thing should stop it. Yep, we're good. Okay, now the rest of the way goes this washer next, this one next, that one next. Your tension spring, your lock washer. Push that in a little bit. Then your nut. Fasten your nut. Your nut. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just tighten that down a bit. I'm tightening it down. Just pull this window down a little bit is all I'm trying to do. So we can line up. I'm just tightening it up just so we can line up these holes here. These. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do is just line up these holes here. Just like that. So they line up nice and easy. Like that. Now, everybody says you need to use these washers here, these crush, or not these washers, these rivets, these crush rivets. You don't need to use these rivets on this. Not on the two-piece. Easier just to, I mean, you don't even need to use these. Don't use them. Get your regular old rivet gun. Just a regular rivet gun. And just a set of some medium rivets. I think they are, let's see here. I'm not sure what size these are. 1/8 maybe? You see how they fit right in there? There's our hole. They fit right in there, just like that. See that? See how the rivets fit right in there. So then, you just take your rivet gun, push it flush. Now, before you rivet it down, you probably want to put both of them in. Put them both in just in case you tighten it down too much and it doesn't want to move on you. Okay, so you got both in. Take your rivet gun, push it down. There's one. That's in. Close that down. And there you have it. Replaced. Replaced. That's it. All done. You can set your tension down here. All right. It's a little bit loose, so tighten that up a little bit. Set our tension spring. I want to make sure when the wind catches it, it doesn't shut it. So a little bit tight. All right, that works. All right. That one's done. And they're both done. Pretty straightforward on what to do here. You know, once you put that in, these will kind of push out on the body of the truck a little bit and push that seal out a little bit more. Right now it looks like it's got a little gap, but when you put it on the truck, this will push out a little bit and it'll actually bring this seal in closer. But anyway, that's it. They're in. Not bad at all. You know, the internet makes it sound like these are really terrible to put in, but honestly, this wasn't bad at all. All right, all done. There you have it. Bender lock washers in. Okay. And they're done. Both of them are done. I did the first one earlier, and we did this other one here actually last night. But there you go. There you go. They're both all done.
ready to put in. See that? Should be good to go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.